This is a super cool car here, PeachtreeClassicCars.com, and this is Eric with a 1936 Chevrolet 5-window coupe, and I'm real excited to own this and have it up for sale now. It's got a 350 V8 with an automatic transmission, and it's kind of set up as a kind of a little hot rod, you know, rat rod, hot rod style. Take it for a quick drive. That transmission shifts perfectly. It's got manual steering, but it steers really easily. You can see my finger there. You want to call it maybe a touch of play in the steering wheel, but it's real easy to drive, steer straight down the road. Even the speedometer is working correctly. Odometer's not hooked up. Wouldn't be hard to hook up, but it's not. This is, I think, the oldest, or what might be, to be fair, maybe the second oldest vehicle I've ever had. Steers real easy right here. See, I'm steering into this cul-de-sac. It's got a great running engine. You can hear how quiet it is inside the vehicle, too, when I was driving there just now. Even though some of the weather stripping's missing from around the windows and stuff, you don't hear rattly windows or anything. Doors open and closed nice and solid. Listen to this exhaust. It's nice sounding. Now it is running right now with some turn downs. And if I was going to keep this car, I think the brake light, it just needs to be adjusted, the brake light switch, because it's sticking just a hair. But if it was me, I'd probably run the exhaust all the way out the back, because it does create a little bit of a hum inside the cab. It's a great sounding engine. Real smooth running. I'm going to turn it off so you can hear me a little bit better. I love this car. It's so cool, and I guess the big thing is just the fact that you can just drive it like it is. It does have an auxiliary electric fan. I just hit that switch to turn it off there, so it's got the original fan, but it sits down a little lower than the radiator. So a shroud might be good, but really with the auxiliary electric fan, it works just fine. So while we've got the little hood, half hood up here, old school repop. It's a brand new old school Cadillac style hot rod air cleaner. And if you want to buy this car, or you're watching this video and you say, hey, I'm not into that, please let me know, because I love these things and they're very expensive. I put it on there because I think it looks cool, and every time I've popped the hood on this thing, everybody goes, wow, what a killer air cleaner. So brand new air cleaner, valve covers, really nice clean engine detail. Not perfect, I didn't go all out with it and try and touch up all the paint, but just in general, put some brand new cowlets on the original exhaust manifold there, and just a nice clean rust-free firewall. This is an all original steel car. Frame on this side's in good shape. There's a little spot here, I don't know if they cut it out. There's a little spot right there, and it looks pretty square, so it may have been cut out when they put the new engine mounts on for this engine. Hood opens and closes nice and easy. The lights do work. It's got this little shorty bumper on the front. So here we are with our, I guess, my first shot of the outside now. It's got a brand new set of Krager wheels with a staggered look front and rear. Kind of gives it that gasser look with the rear tire being so fat and sticking out the side. This is a really cool look. Not everybody's into it. I've talked to a couple of guys who said they might change the wheels and make sure they tucked them up underneath, maybe do a little mini tub in the back, and that would look really cool too. And different strokes for different folks. But this car looks awesome just the way it is, you know, and totally drivable just like it is, which is what I really love about it. And of course, the sky's the limit on these cars. If you want to restore this, I think this would be a great car to completely restore if you wanted to. But for me, when it comes to budget, I think, why not leave a car like this alone just like it is? Whoever did the paint job on it, put a satin black paint job on it, it looks consistent from bumper to bumper, and it's really good. If you get right up on it, there's a few little places, like there's a little crack right there, a little bit of skim coat, and I have not found any bulging Bondo pieces on this entire car. So it's not a Bondo bucket, it's a straight original steel bodied car. Doors going down the side look good. Doors open and close well, the lines match up. Little paint drip there, that's pretty normal for a hot rod. And the rear lights are old school original style. This one looks like it's sitting down just a little low. I don't know if it got bent. Probably just needs to be pulled down about an inch right here and remounted, and that would make it stand up like the other one. It's just, if you look at them real close, you'll notice that that one's hanging down just a hair. But man, the body on this car is straight. I mean, for being a hot rod style car, it is. It's tough these days. What do you call these cars? Because when they're kind of painted hot rod style like this, kind of like a gasser maybe, it's not a rat rod. It's not all rusty. You know, rat rods have, you know, miscellaneous bolted on parts, and this is not really a rat rod. You could turn it into a rat rod, but it's not really a rat rod. Little window crank there came off when I slammed the door. It does have those original window cranks. They may be repops. A lot of people don't know this, but 1936 older vehicles, these is like a wooden framed. This is the original wooden frame that's in good shape around the door. The interior's just been recently repainted. The dash was. I actually kind of had a cool patina to it before, but the guy that I got it from had just finished painting it, and I said, well, you know, it looks really good, you know. Got a new carpet kit in it. And if you wanted to finish it off, this is the original bench. It has one rip here, and a good seamstress could actually sew that back up, and you could actually just drive it like it is. But I might pull it out, take it to the upholstery shop, and let them finish it off in red with maybe some brand new red door panels that matched. Finish it off, and I mean, black on red is my favorite color combination. It's got the B&M shifter with the lockout on it, which is good. And it's got these, somebody a long time ago did this, you know, these old school gauges, and they all work except for the water temperature gauge. So you got good oil pressure and all that. I'm not positive actually that the fuel gauge works, sorry. So oil pressure, amp gauge definitely works, and then the old water temperature down below works. Little cutout for original style radio, and they make those with the, you know, new ones where you can put an iPod on them. Could use a headliner too. But it's all here, and it's all original, and it's rust free. This is what I really appreciate about this car. I'm trying to get there so you can see without the glare. So it's a little tough because you get the sun glare over there. I just want to show you that this is not all rusted out. The original windshield wiper motor. I don't believe it's hooked up. The trunk pan is rusted out. And right now you can't see really. We'll have to go underneath the car, and we'll do that in a minute. It's just got a piece of plywood in it for now with a fuel cell. One of the things a lot of guys do on these cars that's a real easy thing to do is use an early 60s model or mid 60s model Mustang conversion, and you can do that, slide that tank right in here, and it mounts flush. So when you open up the trunk, it's just like a Mustang. You can see the tank, but it's all flush mounted, and then you can put your filler neck back here, do a nice stylish filler neck. There's a lot of ways that you can do the fuel tank on this. So it is missing the complete edge drip rail of the trunk. So if it rains, it would get water in the back. That's something that it looks like somebody did a little bit of custom work, and maybe there's some no, that's all wood. This is all wood framed. So but even still, let me show you. This is rust free. Rust free trunk lid. So the only thing that's rusty in here, and you can't see it, but we'll get up underneath it, is the bottom of the trunk pan. So let's go up underneath the car and show you. Somebody did these custom, you know, wooden step ups, and they look good. But here's the inside fender wells. This is all steel. Like I said, you know, I'm always looking. I'm actually upside down right now. This is where I'm looking for Bondo bulges and rust and stuff like that. So here's a little spot of rust right here, about the size of a little bit bigger than, just a hair bigger than a quarter. Frame is in excellent condition on this side. Just looking down the frame for rust. And this is the most important thing to me. This is what I'm looking for, is rust on the frame, because floor pans can be replaced, but I don't want to have to fix a frame if I don't have to. Now that's the original floor pan, and it's got a lot of surface rust on it, a couple small holes in the back, but man, look at how good that's in. That's in really good shape. I wouldn't replace that if it was my car to keep. Inner fender well, rear fender well. Hopefully I can marry these two videos together. Accidentally hit the off button there, doing the undercarriage. So here's where our rust is. Like I said, rusted out floor pan in the rear. You can see all the original steel there, and then it looks like somebody put a plate in. It's got a 12-bolt Chevrolet rear end. It's cool, and then it looks like they put the radiator cooler here in the back. Again, frame rails are in good shape. One small spot of rust right there. Other than that, in pretty good shape. So a new pan back here would be, you know, worthy investment. There's a spot there. You can see that it's somebody welded in or tacked in some, maybe didn't even weld. It looks like screwed in a little bit of metal there. Other than that, these interior fender wells are in good shape. And same on this side. So original battery box is rusted out, and you can see somebody welded a new battery box there. This frame is in awesome condition. And I'm getting it way up under here so you can see. This is the original floor pan. Let the camera adjust. Come on, camera. There we go. And you can see a couple of holes there in the floor pan underneath the back seat. But man, what an awesome condition. I mean, look at these floor pans. Holy smokes. They look awesome for what they are. I haven't seen any leaks in the car as far as engine leaks or transmission leaks. I've had it parked in the same spot. Same thing here, inner fender well. So there you have it. Hopefully I can marry these two together. Like I said, I accidentally pushed the power off button, sticking this up underneath the fender well. So this is 1936 5-window Chevrolet Coupe, and it's a super desirable car. 350 V8 automatic transmission. It's got disc brakes in the front. They stop great. It steers good. It's got it steers a little more like an old car. You know, you got to steer it a lot. It's not power steering. But brand new wheels and tires, matching BF Goodrich radial TAs on new Krager SS's, old school, kind of giving it that gasser look. The lights work. I mean, this is a ready to drive car just like it is. It needs a few little things, some weather stripping. The rail inside the driver's side window, when you roll it down, the glass wants to slip out just a little bit. You kind of have to hold it in to rail it, you know, to send it back up. But I mean, man, these things are awesome, and just really love this car.